Hello everyone, my name is Anya Hawkins, welcome to my channel. A lot of things in knitting I learned, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, from Roxanne Richardson. I was watching her podcast and techniques videos for years. She's just a treasure trove of useful information and good ideas. And every February she kinda promotes this thing, Finish It February. It is a very good idea for people who have a lot of UFOs, unfinished objects in knitting. It's a good way to deal with them once a year in February, but I'm not one of those people. I don't have any UFOs, and I never had, because I'm a monogamous knitter. If I work on something, I work on it until it's complete without putting it aside. So I never had a chance to participate and Finish It February, but it has a companion event that you can do instead. It's Fix It February. If you don't have any UFOs but have things that need maintenance. And this year I can at least take part in this one. I have at least 3 things that I need to fix, that I was meaning to fix for some time. So what better opportunity to do that than participate in Fix It February? My first project is the most urgent one. It's a sweater, this one. I call it Ice Drift Sweater. It is one of my absolutely favorite pieces of knitwear that I ever did. I self-drafted it, and I'm planning in the future to turn it into a pattern, though it needs major rework because with this color work it just wouldn't resize good. And my goal would be not to replicate it exactly, but to get the feel of it right. So anyways, I love this sweater. It is incredibly warm and cozy, but an unfortunate hiking accident happened to it. And now it has holes at the bottom hem, holes that are quickly disintegrating. And this sweater needs a wash, honestly, but I don't dare to wash it even because I'm afraid that it will fall apart on me completely. It is unraveling and I need to fix it as soon as possible. The problem is I don't have any of this brown yarn left. And sewing this hole shut wouldn't work. It is right on the front, it is very visible, so I'm going to unpick the seam that holds this ribbon folded in two, unravel the hem completely, pick up stitches and reknit it again. It will get a little shorter, but it is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. And actually I was running out of this yarn when I was knitting it, so I knitted my sleeves first, and then after that I was finishing my body. And this double folded brim has another color on the inside. It is a good life hack when you're running out of yarn, and I will do that again. So this Fix It February project probably would be fastest, so I'm starting with it. I think I can manage it in a couple of evenings, so it's a good way to start my Fix It February before tackling something more time consuming. Undoing this seam took me a while. Actual unraveling I left to another day. I picked my stitches with smaller needle for convenience. After changing to the proper needle size, I knitted only one round. And now I'm picking up some more stitches on the inside. And the reason I do that is I want to have live stitches on the inside at the start of my hem for grafting double folded ribbon. And because you can never have too many needles sticking out of your knitting. I used blue yarn on the inside portion again. And I find that grafting folded ribbon is easier than sewing it to the fabric itself. Takes a little preparation work, but the result is worth it. And I'm done. It took me way longer than I expected. It was more like 5 days instead of 2. But I finally have my favorite sweater back. It's a little bit shorter, but I think I can live with it. I should try it on to make sure that I didn't mess up in any way. Yeah. Everything's totally fine. I fixed it. It's wearable again. And now I can take my next project that I wanted to fix for some time. I think I can manage it in this February, if I can manage it at all. Wait here and I will show you what it is. So if you saw my video about all the heads and neck and hand warmers that I needed, you probably remember me talking about this set. This reverse stockinette neck warmer. And this head, if you can see it on my black background. Let's move a little. So this is the set that I'm talking about. I just love how this set looks, but it is frustrating because I can never wear it. I always want to, but I never can, because the hat is too big for me. When I put it on initially it's fine, but once I start working it just goes over my eyes. And no matter how much I adjust it, it just starts going around my head like that, just not comfortable at all. As for the neck thing, I was running out of yarn and I haven't had actually any plan on what sort of thing I want to make. So I whip out this thing. It looks fine, but it has a major problem. At the back of the neck, it's just this much fabric and it's cold. The wind goes under my collar and it's uncomfortable. It is very warm yarn, but the shape makes it unwearable in winter. So I want to unravel it all and reknit it again. The hat is lined, so I need to rip out the lining. And then I want to unravel it, but I'm afraid that it probably wouldn't unravel at all, because there's like 3 yarns in here. 2 of them are kind of fluffy and probably felted together already. And the 3rd yarn is this novelty yarn with sparkly bits. I don't know how they're called, but they little round plasticky things that sparkle when the light hits the head, right? And they have a tendency to snag on things. I didn't add sparkly yarn into neck thing because it makes fabric scratchy. I wouldn't want to wear something like that against my neck, but since I'm lining my heads, it was alright for that purpose. So the neck thing will probably unravel okay, but the head may be not possible to unravel at all. But I will still try because I cannot wear it as it is anyway. And if it will not unravel, at least it will stop taking up space in my storage. But I hope it will, because I love this fabric and I want this head. So fingers crossed, and let's do that. It is middle of the February already. I haven't started working on my head and neck warmer that I wanted to fix because I was too busy shoveling snow all day, every day. It was blizzard for a week. In the last 3 days there were 40 inches of snow and I can't feel my shoulders anymore. So it's time to do something else. I have my project basket right here. This is a fun one. If you watched me before, you know that I like to work not from a project bag but from a project basket, and this one is imitating Dior bag. So I have everything I need inside. And first step is ripping out the lining. Can't see anything. in this fluffy yarn. But at least the lining is successfully out. The lining is actually in my size, and I will use it if I will manage to reknit this hat. And I guess I will have to just cut into it, because I cannot find anything here. As I predicted, sequins are catching on everything around them. Finally. I guess I will have my hat as I wanted. And now to my favorite way of making center pull balls. Some people dislike unraveling their own work, even if a project is an obvious fail, like this one. I don't have such problems. I actually like unraveling. I don't know what is it about this yarn combination, but I just find it very beautiful. And now let's unravel neck thingy. I was really running out of yarn when I was making it. Even bind off is made out of little pieces. This is the hat, this is the neck thingy. Only thing left is to reknit it. I'm not worried about the hat. I know how much smaller I should make. I will pull up my notes about it and I will see how many stitches it was, and I will cast on less and knit it again, and everything will work fine, I think. I'm worried about neck thingy. Like, I have this ball. I think I will have some leftovers from here because the hat was so much bigger. But can I squeeze out something wearable for my neck out of it? I will try. I hope I will be successful. It's been a couple of days and I made pretty good progress on my project. And by that I mean that I reknitted the hat completely. It took me just one evening with a movie, and all the time that I was knitting I was actually worried that I'm making it too small, but I tried it on and it's a perfect size. I need to weave in some ends and insert a lining. So the hat is a success, and I started working on the neck warmer. It is an experiment. I decided to go with my favorite construction, which is a neck warmer that is basically a start of a raglan sweater with a turtleneck. I have two difficulties here. First, I'm running out of yarn, but I have a plan how to deal with it. And the second, this construction works really well with ribbing, of course. But here I don't want to do ribbing. I want to have a reverse stockinette part. Will it even fit? I don't know if it's the right size. Will I be able to put it on? I don't know. So far it looks weird. But we will see. I will not have enough of this yarn for this, because couple more rounds and I will be out. But I dive into my stash and I found very suitable black yarn. This is a bag of yarn that I was saving for another project, because here is 3 colors. It is the same yarn but in 3 colors, and I wanted to use it in sweater project, but I never got to it, and it's been years, and now I lost my inspiration for it, so I can freely use this black yarn. It's a good substitution. The problem is the beige yarn. But I think that I found something in my stash for that too. Here it is. It is correct weight and it is right amount of fluffiness, but it is slightly different shade. It's darker and it's warmer than the one that I'm using right here. When I was knitting this set for the first time, I didn't have those yarns yet, but now I do, and I think that they will work. So if this freaky construction will work, I will have my neck warmer in time, because I still have a week of February left. So I guess I will see you soon, hopefully with finished neck warmer or with a failed one. I think I'm done with Finish It February, or in my case Fix It February. I reknitted my favorite hat. I also lined it already. And earlier I fixed my favorite sweater, ice drift sweater. As for my neck warmer, it didn't work out. Like, it is ridiculously bad. This misshapen blob of knitting is a neck warmer, was supposed to be neck warmer, but oh my god, it's awful. I will try. Here goes nothing. The neck is just so stiff I can't squeeze my head inside. I tried to use substitution yarn because I found yarn in similar colors, similar beige and similar black, but the black yarn is much thicker. It's bulky yarn, and I knitted with my biggest needles that I have, 6 millimeters. I never knit with anything bigger. My favorite size is 4 millimeter needle. Even with a 6 millimeter needle, this fabric is very stiff. The needles were not big enough for this yarn, and even if they were, I'm not happy with this fabric. Look at it and compare it to the hat. The stitches on a hat are much smaller. Those look almost like floats at the back of a stranded collar work. The stitches are so big. This is not the effect that I wanted. I will not put in my stash this misshapen thing. I will unravel it. I don't mind a little bit more work. I like to keep my stash tidy. As for the hat, this hat would be a standalone hat. Not everything needs to be a set, and anyways, I have something suitable to wear it with. I have very suitable black, but not deep saturated black, brioche scarf, and I will wear them together. And even though I didn't manage to reknit this neck warmer, I'm still very happy with how Fix It February went, because the hat was the important part, and also to unravel something that you know you are not going to finish and you're not going to wear. It's totally in the spirit of this event. So this is it, what I have for you in this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.